तौ सन्तोषयता सन्तौ श्रीलरूपसनातनौ दाक्षिणात्येन भट्टेन पुनरेतद्विविच्यते तस्याद्यं ग्रन्थनालेकं क्रान्तव्युत्क्रान्तखण्डितम् पर्यालोच्यात पर्यायं कृत्वा लिखति जीव. Okay, what we were discussing today, we should discuss destruction of the aprarabdha sins by the devotional service. This is the topic today. 125th anuccheda. So we should finish 150 anucchedas within another 8 days. Till 150 we should reach. Again exam. Yes. Our exam is Bhakti Vaibhava exam is on what date? 8th or 9th? 9th. Next month. So previously in the last class we were discussing so dushta jivadi bhaya nivarakatvam, fear from the ferocious living entities. This is possible. Bhakti destroys fear which is caused by various entities, by the Rakshasas, by the Daityas, by the Dakini, by the various other fire, water, due to this. Muslim ऐसे generally मत बोलिए, सब मुस्लिम ऐसे नहीं है, कटर वाले नहीं. Next yatra. So due to king, due to thieves, due to hunters, due to pisachas, kushmandas, balagraha, that means like putana and that kind, dhakni, rakshasa, any, because of all this, any fear comes, so that can be easily destroyed by bhakti. And also 124 we have seen all the bodily problems, mental problems, and everything will be destroyed by the bhakti. Next, evamapi uktam garude. That is also Garuda pronounced. Now today we are seeing, tavad aprarabdha papa ghanatvam. Aprarabdha papa. So aprarabdha papa means it is not prarabdha. Prarabdha means matured actually. Prarabdha means because of the prarabdha only we are getting the various results in this life. Sometimes people are having the no hand, they take birth, no hand, they take birth in a poor family. So like this, these are all the because of the prarabdha karma. So one, that means which is ripened and gave the result. So and that kind of papa is known as, which is matured is known as prarabdha, and which is not matured, that is known as aprarabdha. Aprarabdha papa is destroyed. So example is yathagnihi susamidharchihi karotyedhamsi bhasmasat tadmadvishaya bhaktir uddavaina namsi krutnasaha. Uddavainamsi. Uddava enamsi krutnasaha. So what is the meaning of this? Yatha agnihi susamidharchihi karoti edhamsi bhasmasat. What is the meaning of this? Like the fire, that means nicely burning fire will burns out the fuel. So this nicely burning. Susamidharchihi is a blazing fire. So what it is doing? Firewood. It bhasmasat. That means it turns that firewood into ashes. The tatha, in the same way, mad vishaya bhaktihi, even devotion to me, he is also doing. Mad vishaya bhaktihi uddhava enamsi krutna saha. So enamsi, all the sins, so are also destroyed by the bhakti. Bhakti which is done towards the to me, O Uddhava. This is the thing actually. Here what? Here enamsi Uddhava Krishna Saha completely. It destroys, it burns out the sin, so completely. So by what? Which destroys? Devotion to me. So this is the sloka. On this tika is given by Sridhar Swami. So पाकाद्यर्थमपि प्रज्वलतो अग्निः यथा काष्ठानि भस्मीकरोति तथा वाग वागादिनापि कथंचित् मद्विषया भक्तिः समस्त पापानि इति. Sridhar Swami is saying that here any fire, that means that fire is started for cooking, and that also burns out the everything into ashes. That means the purpose of lighting the fire is what? Cooking. But it is also that fire is burning out all the firewood, whatever you keep in that firewood. So it is not only cooking the food, but it is also burning out all the firewood. So bhakti is done for pleasing the Lord. But what it will do? Like fire, it doesn't need any extra additional endeavor. It is just smashing out all the firewood. Whatever is coming in this way, everything it will burns out into ashes. In the same way, bhakti we are doing for the purpose of pleasing the Lord. But what it is doing? Is burning out all the sins. No matter actually what kind of sin that is, it burns out. It's not that so fire example is very suitable here. There, why we have fire there? For cooking food. But what it is doing? It is finishing everything. Burning out everything, whatever is coming in his way. Even the firewood. Similarly, bhakti is done for what? For pleasing the Lord. Will it doing only that thing? No. It is immediately is burning out all the sins. Okay, next. So पाकाद्यर्धमपि प्रज्वलितो अग्निः यथा काष्ठानि भस्मीकरोति तथा वागादिनापि कथंचित् विषया भक्तिः समस्त पापानि इति. Vagadina means, so bhakti is done using the various ways, like just by speaking Krishna's names, just by hearing Krishna's name, anything, any fire actually. So fire, immediately, what is the natural property of the fire? Fire's natural property is burning out. So fire automatically it does. This is nature. It's the nature of the fire, burning the things, firewood or whatever. And similarly, bhakti. So bhakti in the form of words, in the form of the vak means in the form of speech. So bhakti, if you chant the holy name, that means even just chanting one holy name, bhakti is done what way? By chanting. And this bhakti, what it will do? It will finish all the sins. All sins are burnt out. That's like burning is the natural quality of fire. Similarly, it's not that you should do very intense bhakti to destroy the sins. No need. Vagadina api. Just one time taking holy name is enough to finish all the sins. But in the case of fire, you need blazing fire. Titirupatri fire. If something is falling on this, that fire itself is finished. Gone. Yes. But if you go to bhakti, just someone is taking holy name, just jokingly, kya Krishna hai, kya Ram hai, just for criticizing or just for the anyway he is taking holy name. That will finish everything. That will finish all those sins. Huh?
Prabhu, so sometimes we say that if somebody gets little accident, I mean small, so we say that he's supposed to be big accident, but now he got little. So in that case, little prarabdha sins is there, karma.
No.
So it's still happening.
Lord's mercy, that is. Because this Jivatma sin, because wherever there is bhakti, karma will not work. The law of karma will work on the non-devotees. But in the case of the devotees, what it is working? Law of bhakti. But still, Papa, some kind of reactions we are getting, those are all not because of the karma. Those are all because of the mercy of the Lord. Because his sins are finished, but something has to be taught to him. Because so he might be having some kind of attachment to this material world. So Lord may be wanting to teach. So this material world, how it is fragile, is difficult, is not the place to stay. So like that, bhakti is not just saying that all the time is giving the comfortable zone. Bhakti teka nahi liya. Bhakti ऐसा नहीं दिया कि आपको केवल bhakti is not there to create comfort zones for you. Bhakti is not your servant. What do you think? Bhakti is the queen. So if you do bhakti, bhakti will be correcting you. So whatever is missing in you, that will be bringing back. If you are misunderstanding the Lord's energy, then bhakti will teach. Okay, beta. So you want to know or otherwise you have so much sinful tendencies. Anyway, you came to bhakti, but now Lord is wanting to teach some lesson to you. Then he will give some kind of arrangement. He will do some punishments. So that's why Bhakti Maharani is completely acting independently to correct your nature.
So then, suppose some devotees being killed. So what we can say about that?
So some devotees definitely are being killed. So now example in this incident, so they are killed, the devotee. So devotee's perspective, if you think, definitely yes. So it's a Lord's arrangement and they were being killed. So that's definitely we should, it doesn't mean that the Lord became now protectionless. He's not giving any protection and Lord protection is not there. And even we are doing bhakti and staying in the temple and Lord is not protecting. So like that we should think, no, actually, that's not the correct actually. So that means, do you expect from the bhakti all the kinds of the complete material comfort zones? No, it's not the thing actually. So Lord might be having the many plans behind this. Many plans behind this. Maybe he wants to wake up the devotees. Maybe he wants to implement the new systems, and maybe Lord wanting to devotees to become very more organized, and he might be or maybe he wants to teach to that Jivatma. So in another lesson, many things are there. So that's why devotees always see anything happens in their life, that is the mercy of the Lord. But Vaishnava should not think other Vaishnava. Anyway, it's Lord's mercy and he's killed, or leave it. You cannot apply that to on them. You're understanding? So it is done by out of the mercy, but if something is aggression is happening, then being a Vaishnava, you should be so becoming aggressive. That is important. Because you are not seeing the Lord's complete plan. Na? You're understanding? In the Lord's perspective, that means Lord is there, you are there. Lord knows everything. So that means from your side, you should think about the Lord. He is doing everything perfectly. But individual side, what? So you should not make that reason that, oh, anyway, it's Lord's planning only. He is killed. So what is there? Why I have to bother about this? That we should not do that. You are Sarvagna. You are what you are seeing. Some enemy is coming and he is hurting the Vaishnava. This much only you are seeing. Na? So that for that you should act. But what about you should think about the Lord? So you should, in this instant, Lord is the doing everything for us. That means rightly only. He is always taking care.
How to see the individual case means in that particular devotee. So suppose you said that it is Lord has a good plan for all the devotees.
Yes. Yes.
So how to see the individual case means who got killed?
Who was victim?
Means
victim also he is definitely his bhakti is not destroyed. Na? He is not. That means his bhakti is not being destroyed, and he will be continuing his devotional service. Definitely there is. His continuation is there. And even in that individual devotee case also, he is having his own plan. So maybe Lord is having a special plan for him. In this way only you should think. And that is true also. Because Lord is Sarvagna actually. He knows everything. He is a knower of everything. And what kind of plan he is having for that devotee, we don't know. So that's why you should not suspect the Lord's role in this. The Lord is whether properly taking care or not, you cannot suspect this. Because Shastra is clearly saying, Lord is always protecting his devotees. So that's why there is no question at all in this direction. But by thinking like that, that means Lord is anyway protecting, then what need of for me? Then it is your lethargy actually. It is indicating what? Your carelessness, your negligence towards the devotees. You are not having the proper importance for the devotees. This is your mistake actually, if you think like this. So that you are understanding. So if you think that Lord is having better plan for this devotee and he only arranged to kill this devotee, so let it go on. If you think like this, what is happening? You are not caring the devotees who is side to you. That means you are committing the offense towards the holy name. He is considered as devotee. Why? Because he is chanting the holy name. And one person is chanting holy name and something happening to him. And if you are not reacting, that means you are holy name actually. Then that is your offense actually. That is from your side. And that is from Lord's side. Okay? You understood? Yeah. No, it's okay. Yeah. So that's why we should always careful about the every devotional principle has to be every thought and every action of us should be according to the proper standard philosophy actually. Whimsically we should not act. And here what is said, this even just simple any kind of holy name, If you chant Vagadi api, Vagadina api, even just by the words, by speech, if you take holy name, that is going to finish all the sins. That is going to finish all the sins. But in the case of the fire, susamit dharchihi, that means blazing fire only can destroy the firewood, can burn the firewood into ashes. Not the simple fire. This much spark is there. Just one small spark is coming from the fire, big blazing fire, and that is falling on something. It cannot burnt out. It is falling on one firewood. Some log is there. And it's falling on that. Then it cannot do anything. Finish. But in the case of the devotion, that means Sudruda Bhakti is not said. Sudruda Bhakti is not necessary to destroy these sins. Even a spark of the Bhakti, little Bhakti is enough. Even you are saying so much, Muslim, but he is saying Rama, finish, his sins all are finished. Then, but the point is what? But if he has offenses, then it will not be destroyed. All his sins will not. So we are chanting these many holy names, they what? We are completely destroyed everything? No. Because Bhakti Maharani is ready to destroy everything, but you are asking not to destroy because you stored so many offenses with you. And because of these offenses, so that one time holy name is not going to burn out all the sins. But if there are no sins, whatever you did, whatever you are doing, whatever you are going to do, all sins will be destroyed. All the sins will be destroyed. This is the power of the bhakti actually. Next, Vagadina api katam chit vishya bhakti samasta papani. Bhagavan api swabhakti mahimascharyena sambhodayati. Aho Uddhava viswayam shrunu ityesha. So that means he is calling, hey, Uddhav, how he is bhakti ruddhava enam sikritsna saha. That means Lord is saying with excitement, Uddhav, hey Uddhav, aho Uddhav, viswayam, that means it's a wonder. So it's a great wonder. So what is that wonder? Even a little bhakti is enough to destroy all the sin. It's really a astonishing news actually.
It's not karma mishra bhakti or jnana mishra bhakti.
No.
Or complete bhakti.
Yes. Law of karma will work in the case of pure devotees, pure devotional service. Anyabhilashta sunyam gnana karma dhyanavrat. So next, atra drishtante susumidharchihi iti vat dashtantike sudruda iti anuktehe adruda api ityapi unniyate. So if you analyze this sloka, what you are understanding? In the example, susamidharchihi is given, but in the exemplified, sudruda bhakti is not given. That means what? Little bhakti is enough to destroy all the sins. Baba? Cloth? अच्छा, हाँ ये भी अच्छा लग रहा है ये. सुसमिद्धा स्पेलिंग क्या है? सु समिद्धा, समृद्ध नहीं, समिद्धार्ची, री नहीं धा है, दैट इज धा 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 and धा, this is samruddha, that is different. That is samruddha, that means full. Samruddha ne susamidha, so different ga unna prabhu. So samidharchi is there. Dha na, actually dha is there, double dha. Yes, double dha only, right? Double dha is right. So that means archi means agni. So susamidha archi means so blazing fire. Blazing fire. In the example, it is said blazing fire is destroying all the firewood. Firewood is destroyed into ashes, burned into ashes by the blazing fire. So here, blazing fire is the cause for firewood. And here, what is said? Bhakti is destroying what? All the sins. Bhakti is destroying all the sins. So that's why from this what you are understanding. Here, Sudruda Bhakti is not said. Sudruda Bhakti is not. Sudruda, this qualifier is not mentioned in the sloka. That means what? It means even simple, even any bhakti. That means so Sudruda Bhakti, Adruda, even Adruda Bhakti. That means bhakti which is not so strong. That means from this you can understand even a bhakti, even bhakti which is not strong, weak bhakti, otherwise you can say even weak bhakti also can destroy all the sins. All the sins are destroyed by the weak bhakti also. That is the understanding we should. Because in the Ashtantika, it's not mentioned. Sudruda is not mentioned. Okay. Atheva Krishna Saha ityukta. And also all, Krishna Saha means all the sins it is destroying. And now Padma Purana, Pathala Khandastha Vaishaka Mahatmya. So you are seeing the Padma Purana sloka. What is that? Yathagnissu samidharchehe karotyedamsi bhasmasat papani bhagavad bhaktis tada dahate tatshanat. Yathagnihi susamidharche karotyedamsi bhasmasat. So same meaning is same. So like the way yatha agnihi, that means fire. That means susamidharchi means blazing fire. So bhasmasat edhamsi karoti, that means burns out firewood. Firewood into ashes. In the same way, bhakti. Here also Sudruda Bhakti is not mentioned. That means even weak Bhakti also can destroy. That means weak Bhakti also burns out all the sins. Tatshanat, immediately, on that spot. Next.
Bhakti is two types, then Sudrira and weak.
That means you don't need to destroy these sins So very strong bhakti is needed. No need.
So we have to mention weak.
Even a weak bhakti also. Weak bhakti means strong. That means tivrena bhakti yogena. Tivra means strong bhakti. So intense. And to destroy the sins, you don't need to do intense bhakti. Is simple bhakti is enough. Even one time taking holy name is enough. Rama, finish all the. But everyone it happens for everyone's case. Yes, everyone's case happens. But if they don't have offenses, if they have offenses, then it will not. Because offenses means wet firewood. Wetness in the firewood is known as compared as offense. If something is there, so if some firewood is there and it is not wet, if you put a little fire, immediately it is burnt out. The little fire is immediately burns out. But firewood is wet firewood. Then what will happen? If you put a fire to that, then this fire will be slowly. That means, so some good fire, if you keep slowly, first it will dry up the wetness in that. Then that firewood will catch the fire, and slowly fire is increasing, and wetness is going and increasing, wetness is going like that. It takes so much time. So that is the thing actually. So your heart is compared with the firewood. Your heart is compared with the firewood. Wetness is compared with the offenses. And fire is holy name. Holy name should, firewood means heart, means this cleaning, burning. That means firewood you can take as sins in the heart, not heart. Sins in the heart. Sins. So sins in the heart is compared with the firewood, and those has to be burnt out. So, but wet firewood means offenses also there. Then it will take much time. So that's why we are suffering all the time. We are conditioned by many things and not relishing the holy name. So how this happen? That means when you chant holy name, that means you are lighting the fire to the firewood. That is nothing but sins in the heart, and it will slowly it will wetness. First, what will happen? Wetness will be going on, and fire will be catching. Firewood is catching fire and started burning. This will happen. Na? So how it will happen? That is explained in water. That means the speed. In what? Madhurya Kadamali. The degree of burning the sins. The stages. How these sins are burnt out. That means wetness is keep on going out. So that you will be learning in the Madhuri Kadamini. That will be started on November 6th. Okay. You'll try. Okay. Huh? What? No exams. No, if you want to get certificate, you need to write exam. Otherwise, we don't give certificate. Yes. Huh? What is that? Madhuri exam rahega. Okay. Next. Here, yadyapi harir ityavashena puman narahati yatanam ityadau. So, lingadi pratyaya virahepi pusha pravishta bhagaha yaju yadagneya ashtakapalo bhavati ityadivat viditvam asti. So, tasmad bharata sarvatma sarvat Bhagavan Haririshwara Srotavyah Kirtitavyascha Smartavyascha Chita Bhayam Ityado Sakshat Vidishravanam Apyasti. Anyway, Huh? Acha, missing something? Where? Where, bro? Yadyapi 6 to 15, na? Harirityavashena. This will be, I'm explaining that sentence. Only one sentence, that is everything. Okay. Okay, now, so here there is some discussion. You have to focus now here. Govinda. This is good, Prabhu Duster. पेपर से बहुत, क्लास से बहुत दिक्कत. हाँ, सब रखिए पेपर, सॉरी डस्टर्स और ये. First of all, you take 6 to 15. Take 6 to 15. What is saying? Patitas kalito bhanga bhagnaha shandastastapta ahataha harirityamashenaha umanarhati yatanaha. So what is san? Patito skhalito bhagno sandhastah tapta ahataha. So गिर मर के हरिनाम लेना, गिरते मरते टूलते ठोलते. That means you all know, na? So somehow or other, forcefully, by someone's force or by the interest, without interest, or so anyway, he is taking holy name. So if somehow or other, that means with interest, without interest, or without any, so anything, if he takes holy name, that means patitaha means is fully fallen, is a fallen, so sinful person. And skalitaha, he is skipped from the, that means from the righteous, his rituals, his righteous life. And also sandhashtaha or tapta ahataha. If one chants the holy name of Hari and then dies because of an accidental misfortune, such as falling from the top of house, slipping and suffering broken bones while traveling on the road, being beaten by a serpent, being afflicted with pain and high fever, or being injured by a weapon, one is immediately absolved from having to enter hellish life, even though he is sinful. Actually, it is like this, the meaning. In the BBT, it is written that they are saying that if one chants the holy name of Hari and then dies, it's not that patitaha means while falling actually. Skalitaha, that means while uh, slipping. Bhagnaha, broken. So sandhashtaha, be bitten. And tapta ahata means is heated. Tapta means tortured, or otherwise heated, that means tormented. That means person is in that condition. Now he is going on the road. So all of a sudden, his truck is coming and is hitting him, and his bones all are broken, and he is about to die. Somehow or other, Hari, Hari iti avashena. Avashena. Avashena means without any so interest, actually. Without any avashena means in a pity condition. Somehow or other he took. Avashena. Avashena means uh, that means uh, not in a systematic way. Avashena means accidentally. So somehow or other, that means intentionally, not intentionally. Avashena. Vashena means Vasha means with his control, with his intention, with the thinking that yes, I should chant holy name. Like you see now, you are sitting and chanting holy name. That means you are determining yourself. You are keeping determination to chant, and with intention you are doing. That is Vashena. Avashena means somehow Hari. Somehow or other he. So in that situation, and also not able to pronounce also properly because he was in the such an accident, Har, like that. Even completely also he was not able to chant. Or maybe he's chanting his friend. Hari is there in front of him. Oh, Hari. He's not calling his doctor, but he's sorry, his Lord Supreme Lord, but he's calling just some friend Hari. That means while something is hitting, and he's somehow or other, somehow without intention. So Hari is chanted. Let us take in that dangerous situation, and he left his body. Then what? Pumanarhati yatanaha. He will not be getting any punishment in hellish life, in the hells. Puman na arhati yatanaha. Yatanaha means punishment in the hell. He will not get that. The person, that means, so person is chanting the holy name. So unintentionally, so while, so that means at the time of the death, because of the anything, because of something hitting, because while his bones are broken or is falling from the big top place. So in that case also, so that holy name, unintentionally, you see, that means even systematic, complete holy name also is not necessary. Hare Krishna. That means properly uttered holy name also is not necessary. Because when your body is broken, so that means also it never demands any perfect consciousness also, and also perfect utterance also. Just somehow or other it is uttered, that's all. Yatanaha narahati. There is no need of systematic, properly, with proper consciousness. No. Many times devotees think that, oh, holy name. So I'm a sinful person, how I can take holy name? I heard many times this while preaching. You'll be hearing that, oh, Prabhuji, in my house, so they eat onion garlic, so I cannot chant now. Holy name is not expecting your purity. Holy name is going to pure you. And if you start taking the holy name, it will create that kind of situation. So that's why holy name is so powerful. At any condition, if you take, so it will be having effect. So that is the bhakti. Bhakti is like this. That means what we are saying, all the sins are destroyed. So that is the bhakti. Bhakti destroys all the sins. But here the point is, what kind of bhakti? Do we need a strong bhakti to destroy all the sins? No. Even weak bhakti is also okay. Do we need to take very systematically and very with planning? No. Avashena, unintentionally also, somehow or other, broken name of the Lord also is going to destroy. That is the glory of the bhakti. So, holy, that is a fact, but some people they play game with this. So that game I will show you now. So some people they try to misinterpret this statement of 6. What is that, Prabhu? 6 to 15. 6 to 15 they misinterpret. How they misinterpret? They say that, of course, in the sloka it is said that even unintentionally, without control on his own, somehow or other it is taken name, is destroying all the sins. That's why he's not getting any hellish punishments. But people try to derive, so try to add something to this and try to misinterpret that statement. Like what? Example I am giving. So Pusha pravishta bhagaha. Pusha pravishta bhagaha. Pravishta bhagaha. So what it mean? Pusha means what? Pusha Devata. Who is the Pusha Devata? Sun. Pusha is sun. In the that Dakshopakyana Leela, you all know. You know? So what happened? Harti Ocha. Damodar Harti. So Lord is not sleeping now. Acha. Okay. You ask him, call him and find what he wants. Giriraj, Gandharvika, they are sleeping. Bye. Okay, now Pusha. Pusha means sun. So sun god. Sun god actually, when they were cursing. So you know now these devatas, these demigods, that's Daksha's followers and Shiva's followers. Each of them are curse. That means each other. So anyway, they curse. That means first fighting happened. When happened, when assembly. So assembly, you know na. So Gandharva with devatas. That's Daksha followers offended Shiva, and also Shiva followers offended. That happened in the first round. And in the so then after that in the second round, so that's why Lord Shiva is not having any interest to go to. So Daksha second time he performs yajna, and in that yajna he is not interested. Anyway, he insulted and he is not having good relations with him. He doesn't want to go. But Sati is also she's excited by seeing all the people are going in their aeroplanes with new dresses. Oh, I also should go. So anyway, she also, Lord didn't want her to go, but that means Shiva. But anyway, woman. So she did the all of kinds of the this that, and finally so much she spoke actually. You will be studying that. So next, so she left. She went to the Daksha's yajna without Shiva. So anyway, that all you know. Then she went for this. Yeah, that means Sati burned her body because of the Daksha's so reckless behavior. He didn't offer any oblations to Shiva, and because in that yajna, and she's seeing that, and she felt very got offended. So by her father, so she burned her body. Then after that, so Shiva became so angry, and then So Lord Veerabhadra, he produced Lord from his jatha. So pluck out that one hair, and Veerabhadra came. And Veerabhadra, along with all these, so Shiva's Sainyam, that's Bhuta Peta Granas, Shivagana, they all went and they fought. At that time, so this Surya Bhagavan, so he was laughing in the first round actually. He was laughing when Shiva, that means Shiva was offended. So by seeing when Shiva was leaving that assembly, so he was laughing. So he is laughing now. So that's why Shivagana, what they did, they broke all the teeth of the Surya. They destroyed all the teeth of Surya. You understood? That's why on that day Shiva is not sorry. They destroyed Shiva. I'm saying Surya. So they destroyed all the teeth of Surya, and Surya is not having any teeth. Still no teeth with him. So that's why what you have to do. If you want to offer oblations in the yajna to Surya, pishta, that means nicely, that means is churned, that means what is it? Powder actually. So that only you should feed, you can feed to him. Grinded, nicely grinded item only you can offer to him. So because pishta bhaga goes to him only. No, not only ghee. So that is ghee is general, but after that, so for him, so they should give that. So you are understanding now. So the main point is what here, why I am saying this story. There is a reason behind this. So to Surya, you should give the nicely grinded oblation food actually. You should give Pusha Pravishta Bhaga means here in this sentence. So give nicely grinded portion to Surya. This is the statement actually. Posha Pravishta Bhaga means give nicely grinded. But here there is no compulsory statement here. Compulsory word, the word indicating compulsory is not there. Vidhi. That means should. You should give. You should give nicely grinded portion to Surya. So should is not there in this sentence. Only give nicely grinded portion is there. You should give means you should give only that, not other things. So that means even in this mantra, this is mantra from the Yajurveda. In this mantra, should is not there, but still should be considered. Should is considered. Okay? That means compulsory. Compulsorily we should give, that means Surya should be given the grinded portion only. It's compulsory. Should or must. Otherwise you can say must. You can take as must also. You must give. Must is best word. So of course in the sentence must is not there, but must is considered in that mantra. Okay, there is one more example. That means there is another example also. Oh, must is not there, but it is considered. Example is what? यदाग्नेयाष्टकपालो भवति, यदाग्नेयोष्टकपालो भवति, यदाग्नेयाष्टकपाल अष्टकपालः भवति. In this statement also, Agneya becomes Ashtakapala, or Ashtakapala used in Agneya. Ashtakapala in Agneya. Astakapa. Otherwise, you can read. These are all actually yogic. These are all Purumimamsa. These are all the examples are from the mantras. Actually, this is also mantra. Ashtakapala goes to Agneya. Agneya is a yagya actually. So here also Ashtakapala must go. You should consider must here. Ashtakapala must go to Agneya. Anyway, what is the main thing is, in the main statement, must is not there, and but we should consider. Similarly, so here also this is example 1, this is example 1, and this is example 2. In these two cases, so in that sentences, must word is not there, or vidhi word, must are the vidhi word. Vidhi means, so injunction is not there, but still injunction has to be considered. Examples are given like this. In then why we are explaining these two examples? Come to our 6 to 15. 6 to 15, what is said? 6 to 15, it is said, avashena harir iti avashena aha puman na arhati yatanam. That means one who takes holy name, that means takes name, holy name Hari. What is that holy name? Hari. Avashena means one takes unintentionally, or with uncontrolled way, or unintentionally, or accidentally. Avashena means one takes Hari name accidentally, also avashena aha. So if you one who takes the holy name Hari accidentally, he will not get suffering in hell. Okay, this is the point. So based upon these two examples, even some people, they say that one who takes holy name, instead of accidentally, they say must, or systematically, properly. So he will only get he will not get suffering in hell. Okay, what they are trying to say, showing these two examples, they want to derive the systematicness or compulsory injunction means what? It's enforcing that. So enforcing means what? Systematically you should do that. Then accidentally, if you take holy name, it is not going to destroy all the sins, but You should take the, so vidhi there also, that means injunction there also, that means systematically taken holy name only can destroy the sins, and that person only will not get suffering. Like this, so some people may so interpret based upon these two examples. Okay, and also they show example, one more example to support their point. Tasmat Bharat Sarvatma Bhagavan Haririshwaraha Srotavyah Kirtitavyascha Smartavyaccha Samartavyachata Bhayam. So they are showing example for supporting their statement. What is that? So Srotavyah Kirtitavyah. This is Tavyat Pratyaya. Tavyat Pratyaya means one should hear. What is the meaning of this sloka? You see. So, O Bharata, Tasma Bharata, O Parikshit, oh my dear Parikshit. So, Bhagavan is the Ishwaraha, Harihi, Sarvatma. He should be. He should be heard about. He should be glorified. He should be remembered by those who desiring freedom from fear. So ichet abhayam, icheta abhayam. The one who is desiring abhayam, he should take means, that means it's an injunction. That means compulsorily. That means there is a, so should take means what? He has to properly do that activity. Should means properly it should be done. Whenever someone say you should do this, means you are ordered. That means you should do that systematically. Otherwise, you will not consider as you are doing that. You will not get any result. So that's why they are trying to show this statement. See here, Sukadeva Goswami is also saying to Parishit Maharaj, one who is strictly, that means, so vidhi is there here also, should is there. Should means vidhi, injunction is there. And that means if anyone desiring the fearless state, then he has to take holy name. That means systematically he should do. Here it is not that if anyone desire the holy name, if anyone desire the fearless state, accidentally also taking is sufficient, is not said here. That person should. Is a lot of noise. Is bombarding. It's nice, good. They will not get sleep. I'll speak slowly, okay? One student is saying on site, so because of my voice actually, so he is so strong voice, so that he's after class also 2 hours he's hearing the same voice. And other students, they are saying it's good, that is good for the consciousness. Consciousness bombard. Ashtakapala is the one something. It's, yeah, don't go in details of that. Only Yadagneyaashtakapalaha bhavati. Yadagneyaashtakapala bhavati. Ultimately, what they are also here. So by showing the Tasmat Bharata Sarvatma Bhagavan Hariri Ishwaraha, by this statement, they are showing here also Vidhi Vakyam is there. That means Srotavyah Kirtitavyah, this is the Vidhi Vakyam. So similarly, you should also consider in that 6 to 15 also Vidhi Vakyam, Vidhi Vakyam injunction. That means, so injunction is there means, so that has to be done. Systematically that should be done. Then only holy name should be taken. Then only he will be going. It's not that the accidentally taking is not considered as a systematically taken one. Yes, accidentally if someone is calling, so that actually is not correct. Purupakshi is rising like this. That is not really meaning here. Intended meaning. Intended meaning is who is here also. Vidhi is there. Injunction is there, and whoever is systematically taking, and his case only is not having the sufferings. Like that they say. But here we are rejecting this kind of interpretation. This kind of interpretation is rejected. So what we are going to establish? We are saying that tathapi. So tasmat iti hetu nirdeshas chakarena dosham kridi karoti. So ityado sakshad vidishravanamapi asti. So tasmat iti hetu nirdeshas chakarena dosham krodi karoti. So Shrotavya Kirtitavyascha. In this and Smartavyascha, Chakara is there. By this Chakara also is showing. So for getting the fearless state, if anyone desire fearless state, for that Shravanam, that means Shrotavya Kirtitavyas Chakara. That means तस्मात् इति हेतु निर्देशः च अकरणे दोषं क्रोडी करोति. So tasmad is there na. Tasmad Bharata Sarvatma. In this tasmad word is there. This tasmad word, therefore, that means cause. Therefore means cause. What is that cause? So Shravanam Kirtanam is the Shrotavya Kirtavya, he said na. That means Shravanam and Kirtanam, these are all the causes for fearless state. For that means fearless state. That means one who wants to free from the fear, he has to take Shravanam Kirtanam, and if he is not taking Shravanam Kirtanam, so he will not be, then that is the dosha, and also they say it is a defect actually. So dosha, Shravanam Kirtanam is not taken means that is the dosha, that is the problem. That means here if one is not hearing, so then what? Not hearing is a fault. They bring out that. So tasmat. So therefore you should chant the holy name and hear the holy name. You should hear the holy name, and if you don't do that, it is a fault. So this kind of interpretation also they will do on this sloka. So now same thing they are applying to 6 to 15 also. So here also you should take vidhi, and vidhi means systematically doing that, and if you don't do that, your sins will not be burnt out. Like this they may interpret, but then what is said? It is said that tathapi vidhi sapeksham na bhavati. So then here it is said that no, that kind of interpretation is not necessary. Vidhi sapeksham na bhavati, but what? Na bhavati tatha bhuta swabhava agnilakshana vastu drishtantena suchitam. So even somehow or other, anyway, so helplessly, in the helpless state, somehow or other, if he takes the holy name, that is also going to so destroy the all the sins. So that's why here in the example, fire is used as an example. Fire's natural quality is burning. So seeing that natural quality of the burning, it's not that that fire is what kind of fire is not a point actually. If it is fire, its natural quality is burning. So similarly, vidhi purvakam, that means with vidhi purvakena, that means systematically taken holy name is not necessary. Any holy name, anyway, somehow or other is taken, that is going to destroy the all the sins. So this is the conclusion they so it is given here. Okay, I will just repeat one time what is happening here. So 6 to 15, first of all, I'm coming once again. 6 to 15 is clearly saying that one who takes the holy name Hari accidentally, he will not get sufferings in hell. This is the meaning of 6 to 15. So here opponent is trying to so screw up this meaning. What he is saying, accidentally, no, only systematically taken name only can do this. So but we want to prove that any kind of name, any situation, if it is taken, so it is or improperly or without any intention also taken, so that is going to destroy. That is our intention, that is a siddhanta that we want. Purvapakshi is trying to screw up. To screw up this meaning, he is taking the two examples. Pusha pravishthabhagaha yadagneya ashtakapalaha bhavati. These two examples he has taken, and in these two examples he is showing that even there is no so vidhi vakyam here. Pusha pravishthabhaga means give nicely grinded portion to Surya, this is said. But you should give only grinded portion is not given in the Sanskrit, it is not there. But while interpreting this, we consider the word should. That means give grinded portion means give grinded portion to Surya means it's not compulsory actually. So because if it is there, you give, otherwise okay. But when you say you must give or you should give nicely grinded portion to Surya, then that should be done. If it is not done, then that yajna will not be successful, because Surya cannot eat ungrinded food. So that's why, because he doesn't have any teeth. So that's why if you want to get the result of any sacrifice, any yajna, you should satisfy all the demigods. But here, based upon the Pusha Pravishthabhagaha, if you give just whatever is, that means if vidivakya you are not taking that as an injunction, just you are taking as a normal sentence. Based upon that, if you give, that means even the ungrinded thing, so if you take as a normal sentence, give the grinded portion, then compulsory is not made, na. So that means give the grinded portion means if I am don't having, I can give even the ungrinded also. So then ungrinded portion if you give, then Surya will not be satisfied, then you will not get the result actually. So that's why there, so Mimamsakas, what they say, since we all know Surya is not having the teeth, so that's why here, of course, in mantra, vidhi is not there, should is not there, but you should consider should there. Okay, this is the interpretation of the Mimamsakas. They interpret this line like this. In the same way, these people, what they are saying, of course, here accidentally said, no, accidentally taken name cannot destroy the sins, but there is systematically taken name only can destroy the all the sins. Like that, they are so trying to misinterpret. That means they are trying to screw up the meaning based upon this Pusha Pravishta Bhagaha. Okay. This example you are not able to understand, then leave it. So then also they are showing what? Tasmat Bharata Sarvatmana Harihi Bhagavan Ishwaraha Srotavya Kirtitavya Smartavya Chitabayam. They are showing this example. You see here. So Hari name should be heard about, and also Hari's name should be chanted. If you desire, so fearless. Yeah, fearlessness. Okay, and also tasmat is there. Therefore, you should chant is there. That means tasmat srotavyaha is said. Na? Tasmat, that means therefore you should chant is said. So therefore is there means something is said, and for that something, so this is the cause. So that means you should chant, and it is an injunction. If you don't chant, on top of this, it is also mistake. If something you should come to class, then if you are not doing this, it is something offense also or not. Something it is a it is not a right thing, na. So you come classes is different. You should come classes is different, or you must come to classes is different. Yes or no? If you come classes means is choice. You may come, may not come, and if not coming is not a problem. But you must come. That means if you don't come, then that is an offense. So here also they are saying, since here Vidhivakyam is said, Srotavyaha is said. So that's why it is Vidhivakyam. So if one who is not following Vidhi here, if anyone don't follow Vidhi, that means Bhakti is injunction, and Vidhi is not followed, then that is mistake. And that's why they are saying, you in the 6 to 15 also you should take Vidhivakyam. Understanding? So like this, they want to screw up that meaning. Then what is said? So no, this kind of interpretation we don't want. So it is not correct, because in our main sloka, what is that main sloka? So yatha agnihi susamiddarchihi. In that sloka, what is said? That 11, 14, 6, 19. So bhakti is compared with the fire. So fire's property is what? So fire's natural dharma is burning. So that's why this bhakti, taking holy name, systematically taken holy name only destroy. No, any holy name, anyway, somehow or other it is taken, intentionally or unintentionally, it will work. Okay, this is the fact actually. If you understood, it's good. If you didn't understand, even it's very good. So anyone have any problem? Yeah, Pitambar Chaitanya Prabhu.
Hare Krishna Prabhu, Dandavat Pranam Prabhu.
Yes, Prabhu.
Yes. I'm able to hear. Am I audible, Prabhu?
Here, Prabhu.
Prabhu, today we discuss first Dandavat Pranam Prabhuji. Today we discuss how I was saying there's no requirement systematic Vidhi Vak.
Yes.
And anyhow, just like example is going to fire.
Yes.
Fire spot is burning. And also we discuss na Sudrad Bhakti is required, Adrad Bhakti is also required.
Yes.
So but some days ago when we are discussing demigods worship, so they are also taking Lord's name, and so we discuss they don't get result because even chanting holy name, because they are serving as a servant. Their intention is that to get the result of karma by chanting. So how to do two things reconcile here like that, whether just no systematic, he's chanting just name, just like if you take the names like fire, so they will get purified, because fire quality is whether knowingly, unknowingly, whatever attitude. So they are also chanted, whether no systematic, no intention. So how they will not purify? But that time discuss was there, na? They will not get result of chanting holy name because they will get only karma's result because they are using as a holy name. They are using as a bhakti, as a servant, assistant to their.
You are saying in the case of karmis, Prabhu? Karmis.
Yes, Prabhu, that demigod worship, na? They also chant holy name, but they use as a karma as a main. Bhakti is like gona.
Karmis case you are.
Bhakti is a servant.
Yeah, karmis case you are saying, na? Yeah.
Karmi say a karma Mr. Bhakta, whatever is that, na? Because but they are chanting of name won't get result. That time was discussion was there, na?
Yes.
So here two things just like that. Here we discuss anyone chanting holy name, he will get purified. Because example is like fire, as well as it's not recommended here systematic in the
yes. So yeah, I understood your question. In the case of the karmis, they are also taking holy name while getting the result of their karma. They perform karma at that time they want. So to get the result, they are taking holy name. So why don't that holy name is purifying them on their sins? This is your question. Yes, Prabhu?
Yes, Prabhu.
Answer is, so yes, in the case of the karmis, so since they are with what is their intention actually? They are taking the holy name fully with the intention of making bhakti as a servant for the karma. So in that case, I'm already saying, so in that case, this is offense they are making. And if you are there in the beginning of this class, with the offense, actually, if you have offenses, in that case, that holy name is not going to purify all the sins. No, that holy name cannot purify all the sins. Only in that case, all the sins are purified if there is no offense. So that is why, that is the reason. Even in the any devotee, so in our case also, holy name, why it is not destroying all the sins? Our sins are destroyed in the case, in the stage of the ruchi. Actually, Sukrutota, Dukshitota, Anartha is also destroyed in the ruchi stage only. So this is because offenses are there. First, if you take holy name, offenses get cleared. Then sins will be slowly going. As much as offenses are clear, so slowly sins also are getting destroyed. So that is the reason actually. Since offense is there, that will not work. This is the thing, whatever you said, that means one who takes the holy name Hari accidentally.
Because here, systematic, what is not required means in the sense, careful and not to commit offense like that. Systematic is not required. That's why, because many people say if the condition is there, not systematic one should do, then it will work.
So that means what is here the point is avashena. Avashena means vasha means with control. Avashena means without control is taken. That means without control the name is taken. That name is also purifying. In which case, in who are not having any offenses. In that case only. Understood?
Okay. That means that condition should be keep in mind. We should keep in mind.
Yeah.
We should not offense like that, no?
Yeah.
The condition we should remember this, no?
Yeah.
Okay. Thank you, Prabhu.
Yeah.
Prabhu, so the glories of holy name which we are telling, or bhakti, these all verses apply to a person who has not committed any offense. Like immediately destroying sins and immediately.
Yes.
So that means it is not applicable for us.
It is not applicable for us. Means it is applicable for us also if we are not having offense. Maybe you are not having offense.
Past life offenses are there.
Yes. Yeah. Okay, Prabhu. Thank you very much.